What is going on, shrimp keepers? Just trying to get this chat pulled up. I haven't live streamed in a really long time, at least by myself. I did one with Lucas Bretz a little bit back, but it's been a little while since I've live streamed, so it feels good. I want to say that I'm excited. I might be a little nervous. I don't know, but cheers. I'm going to be drinking water. Hopefully, I won't yawn. Oh, so I want to see who's all in here. Mark Dibble's here. He had a silly question that made me laugh, but I won't repeat it on here. Nano species, new name. Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff going on. We have this tank behind us, which is a lot of fun. This is the 480 gallon. Audio and video are good. Candy, thank you. So. Yeah, so this tank behind us is going really, really, really well. Super excited about that. When we first set up this tank, I was worried about the plants. A lot of them were immersed grown. And, you just never know how they're going to do. I really have never fully kept a full-blown planted tank that looks this good. Like, I've kept, tanks that had plants in them, and I was successful with it. I used T9s, but I've never did LEDs. I've never done anything like that. And so I would say Mike has helped me a lot from Aqua Pros, so shout out to him. Bray Wells also helped me a lot. And so this tank, you can just see looking behind me. I mean, it looks really good. It's amazing to have it in the office. And so literally when I get stressed, this is what I do. I just turn around and I just look at it. And then it makes me feel a little bit better, at least temporarily. So this tank's been going really, really good lately. We did the video not too long ago about adding 1,000 blue bolts to this tank, and there was a lot of questions with that. So I did want to do a video just talking about that and answering some of the questions. I would say one of the questions we got the most was it was between either quarantine or how many did we lose. And so why we didn't do quarantine on this tank is because we didn't need to. There was really nothing in it. There was a mono shrimp in it, but a mono shrimp are bulletproof, and so no worries about that. And we've mixed a mono shrimp with blue bolts in the past, no big deal. And so actually, I don't know if we have mixed monos and blue bolts in the past, but we have mixed monos with a bunch of other stuff, and so no worries with that. Simply Beta's in the house. What is going on, Simply Beta? Taylor. And then we got a bunch of other people here. Daryl. We got Mr. B's fishing things. We got Caleb, Kat Milford, Michael, Big City Betas. Amber's in the house. The bearded Bob's Fish Room. I love it. And so thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here and just hanging out with us today. It's not going to be a super crazy stream, but I just want to catch up. I haven't done this in a while, and so I really wanted to just sit down and talk about it. So getting back on track, why we didn't do quarantine is just because I knew we didn't need it, and I'm not worried about blue bolts the way that they raise them over in Taiwan. They keep them pretty healthy. They breed them indoors in tanks, and so we probably won't do quarantine on them moving forward just because our blue bolts come from the same farm. And so the farm that they come to, they're all bred in the same parameters anyway. They're all from the same lineage. And so we really don't need to worry about mixing them in here. And so I've been thinking about stocking for this tank, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. I keep wanting to add different colors like blacks or blues, or not blacks, or yes, blacks, and red, not blues. We already have blues. And doing a little bit of anything or a little bit of everything. I'm thinking about adding some bamboo shrimp to the tank, just for a bigger shrimp. Somebody brought up adding zebra plecos to the tank, which I thought was a really cool idea. It wouldn't be a shrimp only tank, but they really wouldn't cause any issues. And so I was thinking about that. I'll have to talk to Jeremy Bosch, who is a good friend of mine, and see what he thinks about keeping shrimp and zebra plecos together and see if there's any kind of issue with that. Michael said he's watching from England. Ever been to the UK, Rob? I've never been to the UK, but my dear friend Ollie and Laura from the UK, and we plan on going to visit them this year. Our year has been so busy thus far, and it plans to be just as busy moving forward. We have a lot of things planned and a lot of events coming up and trips and everything like that. So we do plan on going to the UK. We're going to do everything we can to be there this year. Actually, Ollie's here, so Ollie Taylor's in the house. That's really cool. So huge shout out to Ollie and Laura. They are two friends that are near and dear to me and Amanda's heart, and they've just been great. They always send us little gift baskets around the New Year's. Still to this day, I have Ollie drew me a card that had a shrimp on it and it had a Santa's hat, and it was called Species Santa Claus or something like that, like Caradina Species Santa Claus. And it was really cool, and he hand drew it and everything, and it looks awesome. And so we still have that card on our refrigerator to this day, and that was like from a year and a couple months ago. So yeah, Chris Caps didn't get a shout out, so I got to give him one. Chris Caps in the house. Yeah, so we got a lot of people here having fun. But yeah, this tank is going phenomenal. To answer the second question, we answered why we don't do quarantine or why we didn't do quarantine for them. The other question we get a lot of is how many did we lose? So we added 1,000 shrimp, which is a ton of shrimp. Out of 1,000, how many did we lose? And I would say in the first week, we probably pulled out about 10 to 15 dead ones, which it is a pretty big tank. So I'm sure there's some in there that died that we didn't see, or they could have died and they got eaten. And so it's really hard to know for sure, but I imagine we will not lose more than 5%, which would be 50 shrimp. And that's just how it goes. Like when you're packing that many shrimp in large numbers and shipping them across the world, add them to a new tank that they're not used to, adjusting to new parameters, like you're going to lose some. So I would say we're definitely going to lose less than 5%, 5% being the absolute most. Is Stormy Mist here? Let's see. I heard somebody say Stormy. I thought that was you. But Stormy Mist, she must have changed her channel name, and I don't know what it is yet. But Stormy Mist used to be here for every single one of my live streams. She's just an awesome person, huge supporter of the channel. And so it's cool if she's here. Nisi's in the house. Nisi said, look who's finally live again. Hello, awesome shrimp keepers. Yeah, so it has been forever since I've gone live. I can honestly say, and Candy, thank you so much for being so supportive in the chat. I really, really do appreciate that, and everyone else. And so yeah, so with going live, like even when I was getting ready to go live right now, I was sitting here and I literally have like a stack of work that I need to get done. I'm still behind on emails as always. I got to finalize some tax stuff for the end of the year. I got to get things out by the 31st. And there's just like so much to do. I got to worry about making sales and this, that, and the other. Oh, it's just crazy. But at the end of the day, I felt like it was good just to get on here and talk to you guys and kind of just throw out a video and see how everyone's doing. It's kind of at a weird time, but it worked good for my schedule. I got a couple meetings later tonight. And this was just a good time slot just to hang out with you guys. And so I really do appreciate you guys stopping in. It is fun. It's fun to be here. I love talking to you guys. Really, it's just me talking to myself a lot too, but you guys listening, you guys are my captive audience. And so, yeah, so everything's going really, really good around here. If you guys didn't see yesterday's video, Stormy/Wildflower. So Stormy Mist must be Wildflower. We got Greg Jones in the house saying hump day. Yes, it is hump day. It's Wednesday. And it's funny. V-Stag's here too. Shout out to V-Stag. When you own a business, it's really, really funny because usually like before I was really like a business owner and like I worked a job, Fridays were like the best day ever because you get off work, you get to go out. It's just, you got the weekend off. Now as a business owner, like every day I'm like, slow down. I got so much to do. Like have to make this phone call. Oh my gosh, it's already the end of the day. And then me and the wife are like, let's just watch The Office. We'll just hang out and watch The Office for a couple hours and then fall asleep and then just start all over again. So it's just like every day, like it doesn't matter if today's Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, like, you know, it's just the everyday hustle. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm really blessed with the position we're in, with this tank, with the employees I have around, with all the sales that are coming in. Like everything that we have going on is it's just a huge blessing. And so you guys know me. I give God all the glory. You know, He's really blessed me and my family. He's taken care of us. He's gotten us through some pretty rough spots. He's got us to a place where we're doing a lot of great things. Get to share what I love to do every day with you guys. And we just have so many great things coming up. A lot of great plans for this tank, which is going to be huge. I'm really excited to see what we add in February because I'm not decided on it yet. I really don't know. And so, yeah, if you guys have any questions at all about the 480 gallon, feel free to ask. If you have any questions at all about anything, you can definitely feel free to ask too. I'll do my best to answer. Isin Khalad, I think that's how you say it, said, congrats on your 1,000+ / shrimps. Thank you so much. Yeah, just, you guys have no idea, this tank right here, how much effort, time, money, commitment, thought, like how much was put into it to make it what it is. And it's still not done. I mean, let's get real. Like, I still have this stand that doesn't have a cover on it. I need to get with Andrew about that. Andrew's been trying to reach out to me for forever. And I just need to get back to him. And then there's just always like the next thing. There's always like 5 to 10 things going on at one time or more. And it just comes down to priority. So this thing is to a place now where I'm just like, okay, I love you. I love you. I love looking at it. I love doing videos on it. You guys love when I do videos on it. And so it's just a really good thing. And yeah, it's cool. Wildflower Aquatics, there she is. I have to say, we all missed you, Rob. Thank you, Stormy. I really appreciate that. Well, I guess I can't call you Stormy anymore. So it's going to have to be Emma or Wildflower Aquatics, whichever it were. And so Caleb said, Rob, add some red bolts. Also, how is keeping shrimp out of the sump going? So let me show you this. Hold on, it's right here. Maybe it's not. I don't know where I put it. It was up there. Oh, there it is. This is our solution. This is actually stainless steel mesh, which I think this is only like $20 for this huge thing, which I feel like is not a bad deal. I think it's pretty good. And we're going to put this over the overflows, and we're going to bend it, like think of like a sandwich over top of the overflow, and then crimp it. And hopefully it will stay nice, tight. And I don't think this will clog because these are pretty big holes. Baby shrimp could get through these, but it's going to be close. Like, it's so close. Any smaller than this, I think it would clog all the time. So this is what we're trying. We'll see how it works. Now I put a bend in it. That's okay. Nisi, thank you so much for the super chat. Looking forward to fish on the website again. I need more nano fish. Hashtag fish addiction is real. Nisi, you're the best. Nisi's just awesome. If you guys don't know Nisi, I'm sure everyone does, but Nisi is huge. Her and Candy are big supporters of the community and just do a ton for us creators. So just know we really do appreciate you guys. Ollie said, Rob, have you answered this? But many/any buried mamas yet? No, so I did not answer that. I haven't got that question yet. And there are no buried shrimp as of yet. I would say usually we get them in a juvie stage. They usually start burying out within about 3 months. So I would say about 2 months from now, give or take, we'll start seeing some buried females. And then this shrimp population is going to explode. I love it. Like, you see the little shrimp swimming around. It's so cool. Oh, my gosh. Jake D said, how often do you net shrimp out of the sump, Rob? I actually only do it like once every 2 weeks. We really haven't been getting any blue bolts down there. It's just the monos. Like, the monos are so tough. They literally just crawl their way out of the sump, or crawl their way into the sump, more or less. They just go right over top of the overflows. It doesn't matter if they're blocked or not, and then they're gone. So we probably only have maybe like 50 a mono shrimp or less in the tank. I'd probably say it's like 20. Like, they've all made their way down the sump, and then they're just happy down there. Like, I feed them every day. Maybe not every day, but I feed them a decent amount. and then they're just living their best lives. And then if we ever have to sell any, it makes it really easy on the guys. Like if they're running low out in the other room, they can just come in here and scoop out some big ones, and it works out really good. What else we got going on? Candy, thank you so much. Candy keeps telling everyone that we have a sale going on right now. We do have a sale going on right now, which I'll just mention real quick just because you kind of have to. But we just released, well, we got in all of our shrimp with the 1,000 blue bolts, our import order. And so we officially have all the shrimp back in stock, but they're not shipping for not next Monday to the Monday after. So it's like a week and a half. And so what we do is every time that we have a time where we can't ship shrimp, we try to offer a 15% off sale, just so that people get a little bit of a discount and it makes it worth the wait. So we are running a 15% off sale on all of our shrimp in stock right now. All you do is you just have to wait until the following Monday until they ship. But it might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on when you order. So if you probably order now, it would ship on Wednesday. But yeah, so it's 15% off. We really appreciate anyone that takes advantage of that. It really helps us out. And so far the sale's been going really good. And so we really appreciate everyone supporting us. It's just been really good. Brian's Fish Tank said, "What's up, Rob? Just dropped by to say hi." Brian is another great guy, big into the fish community. Has been a YouTuber before I was a YouTuber. I used to watch his channel. And Brian, he always had like weekly fish room tours, and I thought that was cool. He was doing a lot of shrimp stuff. Me and him used to work together back in the day. He used to buy shrimp from me, and it was just cool. So it's cool to see how Brian's business has grown, his YouTube's grown, I've grown, and it's just cool to look back and remember those connections we had and everything. McMurray Farms is in the house, I'm sure, because I just saw Nisi say, "McMurray, how have you been?" Priscilla's in the house. Keep it shrimple. Are you going to add fish? I don't know if I'm going to add fish. I really don't. But I do want to say this. Huge shout out to Priscilla. Priscilla is just awesome. She is so good at art. She's so talented. She has drawn me a ton of stuff at this point. I actually have them sitting over here somewhere. But she has been phenomenal at filling my art addiction. And so has Joel, which I have Joel's painting here somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna reveal this real quick. You guys are gonna love this. I guarantee it. Let me tell you a quick story and just show you guys what this is. You just give me 1 second. All right. Check this out. All right, so first of all, I got this in the mail, and I was like, what is that? I had no idea. And then I won't turn it around because it has people's addresses on it. But Joel, a.k.a. Corvus Ocean, or Ocean, or however you want to say it, Joel sent me a message. He said, "Hey, I'm sending you something, and it's really cool. I'm really excited for you to get it." I'm like, awesome. And so, check this out. Dun, dun, dun. How stinking cool is that? Now, the only bad thing is USPS stinks. They make a lot of mistakes. Look at this. You see this right here? They put a hole through it. Ugh. But it is still an awesome painting. I'm actually going to hang it right over top of the tank, the 480 gallon, just because it's a blue bolt, and nothing better than having a picture of a blue bolt above a blue bolt tank. And so that's what I'm going to do. So huge shout out to Joel. I can't even imagine how long this took. Forever. So Joel's awesome. He's one of my favorite artists too. Along with Priscilla and some other people. And so I'm going to fill this office out with a ton of artwork. So I'm super excited. So let me set this down, and then I'll come and hang back out. Yeah, there's little white things everywhere. They're all over my shoulder too. Oh well. So let me see what you guys said about that. Yeah, that's stunning. Yeah, it is so cool. So Joel, if you guys know Joel, if you watch Joel's channel, make sure to comment on there and be like, dude, that was an amazing piece of art. I know Joel does some art still, but I'm not sure if you can pay him to do it. I think he's too busy now. But if you can get him to do some art, I would highly suggest you to do that. Free plug, by the way. Well, not free because he spent God knows how long doing that. Twin City Gummy said, "Hey, that's the one I wanted. Sorry, King Lee. It came to me, which I'm super ecstatic about. So Joel is just amazing. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's just an amazing, amazing guy. So huge shout out to him. He's also doing a Time 1B tank 2 right now. His is like 180 gallons or something, 125. So I'm super excited for him. Oh yeah, Rico. I was not a happy camper at all. But hey, huge shout out to Rico being in here too. Rico he's got a huge tank like me. This is actually bigger than mine. Saltwater, like crazy stuff going on over there. So shout out to Rico. Rico, we actually have to connect, man. You got to come out here. I got to come see your place. Me and you have a lot to do. It's been crazy lately. But yeah, I got to show you guys all Priscilla's work. I don't have it. Some of it's right there, and then the other stuff's out there, and I have it all packaged away. So I don't want to waste too much time. But Priscilla drew me some awesome stuff too. So huge shout out to her. But yeah, so this tank, again, going great. Everything's doing awesome. The shrimp are really stabilized. We haven't had a dead one in, I don't know, a week and a half. The first like week is when you usually see any that are going to die, they die. Any floating plants in the 480 gallon? No floating plants as of yet, which I don't think I will. I think there's just too much flow. But I might. I mean, I have this like floating lily right there, which is actually a lotus that the leaf just broke off. Aquarium lily or whatever they're called. But yeah, so a lot of good stuff going on. The other thing that I think is really cool right now, I've been working my pants off for a trade show that's coming up, which is Aquashella, Dallas. I hope if you guys are anywhere near Dallas, you are coming to this trade show. It is going to be one that you do not want to miss. We have an amazing fish tube booth going in there. There's a lot of creators coming. So it's just going to be a great time for us all to hang out. And I actually will not have a Flip Aquatics booth. I'm just coming, just me. I want to be there to hang out. I want to be there to spend time with the creators, spend time with the fans. And so it's going to be a different trade show for me. I'm always there and I'm always hustling for the business, answering a million questions, taking pictures, hanging out with people, saying hello, networking. And it's just always like a blur. Like it's hard to enjoy a trade show when you're that busy. And so this time, like, I'm going to enjoy it. Like that's my main goal. I want to have fun. I want to really talk to people, make better connections, and just dive into what truly matters. And that's you guys. And so that's what I'm really planning. So I hope to see a lot of you there. Oh, Creative Pet Keeping's in the house. What's going on, Kasha? And so we're doing some really cool stuff there. Oh, Jimmy! Jimmy is so awesome. Swisky, I literally just have to take a second to brag on Jimmy. Jimmy has been putting in so much work on his channel. If you guys don't know Jimmy, you can actually, in the chat right now, if you go check out the video, you'll see he just dropped a super chat. And Jimmy is putting in so much work on his own channel. The guy is a legend when it comes to editing. He does maybe not all of Aquarium Co-op's videos, but maybe all. I'm not 100% sure on that. But Jimmy's editing is like part of none. Like, he is amazing. I know all my employees here. Every day I walk in and they're watching Jimmy's videos. They got them pulled up. His fish room tours, his mud skipper, like so much stuff. So Jimmy is one of those guys that like you just have to love him. He's just a good guy. He's been in this hobby for a long time. He started off as just like someone that was super passionate about all of us. And somehow he's just built himself this powerhouse brand. And he is just awesome. So Jimmy, you're the man. I hope to see you this summer too. Hopefully I see you in Aquashella, Dallas. and then we get to catch up. Jimmy's got a lot of stuff going on. I want to get some of Jimmy's art on my walls too. He does a lot of photography and prints them out and everything. So huge shout out to Jimmy. Jacob said, any events in Chicago this year? So yeah, so I was just getting into the events that are going on. We have Aquashella Dallas, Aquashella Chicago, and then Aquatic Experience in New Jersey. And all of those locations, we're going to have a fish tube booth. Most likely, that's the plan right now. And we have a lot of great things going on. So one thing that we did that was different is in the past, I've literally just planned the fish tube booth myself, did all the work for it, and it never really comes out like the way that I wanted to. And so this year, we actually got a team of people that volunteered to be a part of it that are also other creators. And they're all putting in their time and effort for free to make sure that this thing happens and really go above and beyond to ensure that the fish tube booth with all the creators is just going to be phenomenal. We're going to have time to live stream. We're going to have time to get away and film. We're going to have games. We're going to have signing. We're going to have free stuff. We're going to have T-shirts, like all kinds of stuff. So just some really, really cool things going on. And Jimmy says he is going to be there in March. So excellent. I'll see Jimmy in Dallas coming up soon. And listen, I'm not just saying this because I'm going to be there. I really think Aquashella Dallas is going to be something special. And I also think that for Chicago, just because we have so much time to plan. And so if you guys are near Dallas or Chicago, I definitely want to encourage you to be there because I don't want you to miss out on this. Like, this is the start of something super, super cool. I know so many creators that are coming, and the list is only going to increase as more people say that they're going. Because what happens with creators is everyone's like, oh, I don't know if I can go. I don't know. And once they find out everyone's coming, then they're like, well, I can't miss it. Like, I can't do it. So I think that's the way it's going to be. So a lot of people are going to be there. Aquaball says, I love your channel, Rob. Thank you so much, Aquaballs. I really appreciate it. And so, yeah, so it's just, we got a lot going on. I'll fill you guys in on a little secret, which I don't know if it's really a secret, but maybe it is. Anyway, just don't tell anyone. don't tell anyone. You guys are committing to a disclosure here that you can't tell anyone. At Aquashella, we're actually going to start. We're going to do a shrimp contest, which I'm going to be a big part of. I'm really going to help plan it, promote it. There's going to be some other people that are. I don't know if they mind if their name's mentioned, so I won't mention it. There's going to be some other people that are really, really good in the organization, and they're going to be in charge of like the planning of it. And I'm going to really come beside them and help them. And so we're going to do our own USA-based shrimp contest that is only for USA participants. So at the contest that they hold at Aquatic Experience, I feel like the biggest setback is a lot of breeders from different countries come here to display their shrimp so that they win the titles to win the business of the people that sell shrimp in the U.S., which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the United States needs a contest where we're doing the entries and we're not competing against all these people from different countries. So I was super passionate about having a contest that is USA based only. And it just so happened the other person that was doing this contest with me that's really going to help, they were also super passionate about that. And we didn't have to talk about it. We both were just on the same page. And so we're going to have a USA based shrimp contest with USA breeders only, no breeders from overseas. It has to be something that you bred in the United States. You can't order it and just enter to the contest. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm excited for the opportunity to be a part of it and be in the middle of it and help it grow. And I think it's going to be really cool. And then there's some other cool things coming up. But again, you guys can't tell anyone. So it's all secret. Do chocolate gouramis eat shrimp? Pretty much anything that can fit a shrimp in its mouth will eat a shrimp. Some tetras will just pick at them even though their mouth isn't big enough. So I would say most fish will eat shrimp. So a good way to test it is get chocolate gouramis and then throw some ghost shrimp in there because they're pretty cheap. If they don't eat a ghost shrimp, they won't eat a normal shrimp. So you're good. Daryl Deemer in the house. What's going on, Daryl? Daryl dropped a $10 super chat. Huge thank you for you doing that. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. Love the tank. You have a great team. Thank you so much, Daryl. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. You guys don't have to super chat. When you do, it helps. Trust me, it helps. It all helps. And we really, really do appreciate it. The Turtle Girl. So Soul's leaving. Darn it. Sorry, Soul. I just saw you were in here. Got it on. Have a great rest of your week. The Turtle Girl, you guys need to check out her too. She is just doing some amazing things. For how young she is killing it. She puts in so much effort, so much work. So if you guys ever have a chance and you're watching this video, go check out the Turtle Girl. Soul is awesome. Yeah, this could just be a live stream just promoting other YouTube channels because there are some awesome creators out there that are doing some really cool things. All right, so I know we really didn't even talk about the big tank behind me, but I'd love to talk about it more if you guys have more questions. Anything you want to know about it, I won't limit you though. T-Staff said, what's a successful 10-gallon setup for shrimp? Had 2 batches of 24, first batch died off, second is currently dying, all levels are fine, confused. So this is what I will say. If you want to be successful at keeping shrimp, especially if you're buying them from me, I always recommend one thing: water. You need to, if you're having any problems at all, don't give up. The biggest thing you could do is go to your store, buy distilled water, go on Amazon, buy TDS measure or TDS meter, which is it's called TDS EZ, and they're $15, a little over $15. Buy those 2 things. And then you can jump on my website and buy salty shrimp GH or GH and KH if it's for Neos. So in your case, you would buy GH and KH by salty shrimp. You get those 3 things: distilled water, TDS meter, salty shrimp GH and KH. You mix up your water for the whole tank. Like literally get all your old water out of there, put it in there, mix it to a TDS of 200. And I will guarantee you, I will personally guarantee you, I will replace every shrimp if this doesn't work. I will personally guarantee you success. Now, you have to follow some little principles also, like don't keep your tank above 72 degrees or 74 degrees. Like keep it relatively cold. Like don't do huge water changes. Mix the TDS outside of the tank and then do a water change. You have to do top offs with distilled water because the minerals are still in the water. So there's like certain principles that you need to do to really be successful. We're getting ready to set up a breeding rack for me. So we're going to set up a breeding rack. So it's just something that I can play with and have fun and breed little things that I want to breed and also make videos on it. And it would just be something cool for me to do. And with that, I'm actually going to do some videos talking about what you need to do to set up a successful shrimp tank, the things you need to have, what I use, and how I make sure I'm successful. And so a lot of the questions that you're probably having with your unsuccessful 2 batches of shrimp, I'm going to answer those for you. And so there is hope. Don't get discouraged. There is hope at the end of the rainbow. And we will get that for you. And Candy, you're awesome. Candy is always pushing, doing what she does, and just awesome. Candy Overholes, I think that's how you say it. If that's not how you say it, I'm sorry. Overholes. Candy Overholes. I don't know. My wife will tell you I'm not good at pronouncing things. It's just who I am. It's just how I am as a person. Grammar was not my favorite subject in school. Math, on the other hand, you give me a list of numbers, whew, that's my language. I can do numbers all day. Toothpick Tweet says, how often do you trim the plants in your tank, or if at all? So I have not done any trimming whatsoever, although Ken, aka Radical Reefs, he is always getting on me to trim the moss because he wants some, and so I will do that eventually. But right now I don't trim it at all. I just let it grow, just because like I love it. Like this is my jungle. Like seeing all of the little shrimp scurry around, like this is my dream right here. Like I promise you, this is it. Like when I look at that, I'm just like, yes, I did it. Like, that's all I ever wanted right here. And it's so stinking cool to show you guys. So yeah, I don't trim it. And sorry, I always get off track. I just get excited. I guess that's my issue. And so yeah, what else? Oh, Tanner, thank you so much for the super chat. Your question was, what would your dream shrimp look like? What would your dream shrimp look like? Okay, so if I could create a shrimp, that is my dream shrimp? That's an interesting question. No one's ever asked me that. So kudos to you, Tanner. That was a good question. My dream shrimp would probably be like a bamboo shrimp in size, which is pretty big. And just because I love bamboo shrimp, it would probably be exactly like a bamboo shrimp in every way, shape, or form. But I would choose like really cool patterns. So I'd probably make it look like a black widow in black and red, just because like it would be so cool. So I don't know. I don't know. That's my answer for now, but I'll think on it more and let you guys know in the future. Pub314 says 2K gallon shrimp tank would be a killer tank. So let me just tell you this, guys. My next tank that I want to get, once we use this one for a little while, so like in the next 2 years, I want to get a tank that's 16 feet long. So this one's 8 feet long. I want it to be double this, and I want it to be a little bit taller. And I'm thinking of even having like tiers. And so like, if you guys seen those drop down tanks that they go 1, 2, I want to do like a 1, 2, 3. And like just at the end, like have some fish that really like being down low, so the shrimp can stay up high like they do in the wild. They stay near the shore, where it's like they can stay in the cover. They stay in little streams, and then also have like a really deep spot where there could be like a predator fish or something like that. Like just something like totally wild. That would be really fun to see. Priscilla said, "Where's Ken? Ken needs to show himself more." Ken's working, I think. He usually gets here around like. Actually, he usually gets here at like 2 o'clock, and he's not here. I did put a note on my door that said live streaming, so they might be scared to come in. Someone said not. My dream shrimp is a blue bolt bamboo shrimp. A blue bolt bamboo shrimp would actually be pretty cool. That would be really neat to see that. So Water Wizard actually asked a really good question. It said, "Hi, Rob, can you use dehumidifier water for a shrimp tank?" So I actually had a buddy that tried this. And what happened was the coil that like gets the water out of the air was copper. And so there was a lot of copper in the water, even though it's like, pure distilled water. And because of that, it actually killed his fish. And so since then, I've been like, oh, never going to do that. But in theory, if there's not copper in it, if it's just pulling it out of the water or pulling it out of the air and creating water, if it's all plastic on the inside, it should be safe. I'd say the best way to test it is that water should be 0 TDS. Get a TDS meter. If it measures even like 5 TDS or 20, like there's something in there, you don't want to use it. And so I definitely wouldn't. So I've been putting a lot of my time lately towards Aquashella to plan out this fish tube booth. And we've really been like debating on what we want to have there, how we want to have it set up. Do we want a live stream area? Like, what are we going to do? And it's been a fun process. And I think it's really cool having other creators involved because then I get different feedback. And I will tell you this, guys, we are going to do some really fun things in Dallas, which will also be in Chicago, so you guys can see them there too. But this is going to be like the first time it happens. We have a lot of good plans coming up. So you guys are just going to be excited to see what's coming up in the next 2-3 months. Like, it's going to be phenomenal. The Planted Tank dropped a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He said, "Love it, bro." Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are super supportive. I really want to make this live stream like a weekly thing just because I miss it. And like in my everyday life, I have this rule. It's called the 80-20 rule. It means that I listen 80% of the time and I only talk 20% of the time, which I know is crazy when you're sitting on here and listen to me the whole time, or you listen to my videos and it's me talking. But like when I'm talking to other people, I try not to talk. Like I just try to listen. It just works out better. Let them do the talking. I can just respond when they want advice. I can give it to them. But I try not to talk as much. And so to actually be able to talk, like, it's cool. It feels good. And you guys just listen and like, oh, we love it. Like it's fun. Like I need to do this for therapy, if anything else. Here's an idea. I was thinking about doing a weekly live stream. It would just be like say 10 minutes, and it would just be like a newsletter, but in live form. And so I'd go through like all the things that I knew that week, what's going on, like up to date, like what's going on in the life of Flip Aquatics. And you guys could just get a picture into what's going on with me. And I think that would be a cool idea, but it all comes down to time. Like, how much time do we really have in the day? I know my wife wants to spend more time with me. And so the more work I put on my plate, the less I get to see her, the more angry she is, and the worse I feel. And it's just, you got to find that good balance. So that's what I'm working to do. So somebody said, Pub314 said, dehumidifier water can have lots of bad diseases, bacteria living in it. So there you go. So probably not a good idea. Candy said, love your positivity. Much love. Candy, you are awesome. You are so positive and you help so much. I should be sending you super chats. But thank you so much, and much love to you too. You and your family. I know you guys have been going through a lot in the past year. Just know that I've been praying for you. And I know I had it wrong a while ago. I thought it was your husband that was sick, and it was actually your son. So, yeah, I don't always get the full picture, but I got it now, and I hope everything works out well. Just keep fighting the good fight. Keep doing what you're doing, and God is with you, and that's the main thing that matters. So that's my opinion on it. But so much love to you, and thank you so much for supporting me. Yeah, again, you guys are awesome. King Lee being here. I need to go see my buddy King Lee. Twin Cities Guppies. I think King's going to change it to TC Guppies. That's a little bit easier. But Twin Cities Guppies. He said, how about a deep tank with ledges, making it like the stream shores? Ooh, I like that. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. So King's saying, like, have a deep tank, but have like moss ledges more or less up towards the top, and those would be like the stream beds. It would be interesting. It'd be really, really interesting. Huh. There's lots to consider. Like, there's a lot of cool things you could do. I need to find a really good friend that owns a aquarium making business and just like be like, hey, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that. Priscilla, she said she dropped a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Priscilla. And you already gave a super chat. You're crazy, but I love you. You're awesome. Priscilla said, you're amazing, Rob. Keep doing you. Have a great day, everyone. See you, Priscilla. She did a peace sign, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So anyway, I got a meeting at, what time is it? In like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let you guys get going pretty soon. But again, if you guys are interested, we do have that import 15 sale going on. If you want to save 15% on shrimp, you could do that. The coupon code is import15. Again, this is the last day, so it's a little late notice, but better late than never. And if you take advantage of it, thank you so much. If you don't, no problem. Like, we're gonna have shrimp for the rest of our lives, hopefully, and you guys can buy from us anytime you want. Like, we're always here for you. And so yeah, so we just have tons of cool stuff going on. Setting up a breeding rack. We got the automatic water change system going. I did that video yesterday. Hopefully you guys saw that, and if you didn't, go watch it. If you want to, you don't have to. But we got that going, and so just a lot of great things going on in Flip Aquatics. Oh my gosh, construction almost done with. Thank you, Lord. I'm ready for a year of no construction, like just sitting back and being like, this is the good life. So that's what I'm going for. Emma, we'll see you later. And yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So once like we get through all this stuff, but we got the breeding rack going up. That's going to be a lot of fun for me. It will give me time to kind of experiment with different shrimp, mixing them, creating new lines. I think I'm going to come out with a new line of shrimp once I breed them for a couple generations, and I want to call them the Diesel line because my channel name used to be Love Diesel, and so it'd be really cool to be the Diesel line. So that's just something I thought about. I don't know if I can get in trouble for using the word diesel or not, but I'm going to use it anyway. But yeah, Mark Dibble, thank you so much for supporting us with your order. I'm glad that the carbon relays are doing good. Creative Pet Keeping said, my dream tank would be shallow yet long. I'd love to give fish a big footprint and see how they behave. Yeah, like this has been fun because I never knew what a huge area would do for shrimp. And it's actually pretty cool. Like when I feed them, like the shrimp just kind of go all over the place. Like You would think they would all congregate to one area, but they don't know where the food is. So like they're literally all over the tank, like trying to find it. So I have to feed in multiple places. But I'll show you guys that when I do a feeding video. King dropping a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, King. He said, my wife and I love you and Amanda. You guys are always smiling, always brightens up our day when we see you. And let me just say this, King. You know it, but I'm going to say it in front of everyone. There are very few people in my life that I just love them unconditionally. And I will say King and his wife are some of those people. And Sai. Is it Sai? I don't know. Now I'm drawing a blank. It's King, Sai, and Sunia. There we go. Okay, so King, Sai, Sunia. So those three, all the girls, love them to death. They are amazing people. They're so helpful, so supportive. And King, don't make fun of me for forgetting people's names. I don't need that in my life. But yeah, so King, thank you so much for your support. And we love your family. You guys are awesome. Which is so cool. Like, if you think of this, and I know I'm getting close to my time, but it's okay. If you think about this, I never knew King Lee until this happened. I never knew Oli and Laura until YouTube happened. And so the things that YouTube creates, the connections, the community, like it goes so much deeper than me just making a video and you guys watching it and us going about our days. Like it creates like real relationships. Like no matter what, like if I didn't have YouTube, me and King Lee would still be good friends for the rest of our lives, I would hope. Same thing with Ollie, same thing with Laura, same thing with so many of you. Like these relationships go so much deeper than just making videos and being friends on YouTube. And so it's really cool to see the way the community has gone and how it's evolved and how blessed we've been to be a part of it. And I just want you to know, if you're watching this video, you're part of this community. And if you dive in and you start leaving comments, you start sending messages, like a year from now, like everyone would be like, oh my gosh, like I love that guy. Like that could be you. So like, I know so many people get depressed, they get down on themselves, they watch these videos, they lurk in the background. Like just know, like be involved and you'll be involved. Like just by trying, making the effort, like you can make real relationships with real people and have real friendships just through YouTube. So there's a really cool community aspect, and that's what I love. I love seeing this community come together, and I get so excited about it. And so thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry I got on a little rant. That's how it always works. Just a little bit of encouragement to those people that are lurking in the background. Love you guys so much. I love you guys for all you've done for me. And I just want you guys to know I'm here for you. If you ever need anything, you can always shoot me an email. I might be 6 days behind on emails, but I will get you an answer no matter what. So much love to you guys. You guys are the best. Oh, Randy's in the house. Aquarium podcast. Yeah, that's crazy. And then Swisky Jimmy's still here. So many great people. This community is just awesome. Love the lurking, Randy. And yeah, so it's really cool. You guys just make it an awesome, awesome day. Sean dropping a $2 super chat right at the end. Super shout out to you, Sean. And just, yeah, it's so cool. So keep the community going, keep it alive, and just know that we're here for each other. Brian's Fish Tank dropping a $10 super chat. I'm never going to get off here. You need to come visit King in Minnesota and then stop by my fish room. I need to come visit you, Brian, and King, and visit both of you and do something. Yeah, I would love to. So we'll make that happen. I've been meaning to get up there to see King Lee for forever. So seeing you in addition to that would also be just amazing. And so we'll make it happen. Yeah, Parker said the FishTube community seriously is awesome, and it truly, truly is. So much love from me and the Flip Aquatics family. You guys are awesome. You guys make it an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk with you guys soon. Later, guys.